The biannual Grey High School Rugby Festival brought together some of the top rugby schools in the country for 3 days of intense action. Hosts Grey were among 12 other Eastern Cape schools that included a range of schools from Humansdorp to Queenstown. Also at the festival were perennial schoolboy rugby powerhouses like Bishops, Glenwood, Kes and Westville, with La Palata and Windhoek High lending an international flavour to the mix.
This festival is something that we're very proud of. We've worked hard at it over the years. We now have 28 schools attending the festival, schools from Argentina as well and Namibia. So yeah, we're very chuffed, and I'm happy that this festival is here to stay and that it's going from strength to strength.
Day one's fixtures featured 12 matches on the Pollock and Phillip fields. Our cameras caught some of the action from the Phillip field, where some top matches were lined up.
Ons verwag 'n baie harde wedstryd teen Westville Boys High, maar ons weet waartoe ons in staat is en ons beplan om hulle vooraan te vat.
Westville Boys High School from Durban met Marlo Landbo in one of the early encounters on day one. The match was a tightly contested affair that ended in 20-10 in Westville's favour, courtesy of 10 points from the boot of the fly-off, Keon Braithwaite. The Durban lads rewarded for some enterprising play against a tough bunch of Craddock farmers.
Next up, Pretoria Boys High School took on Durban High School in an enthralling game of running rugby that produced no less than 6 tries. Dean Waghorn was instrumental in the boys' high play and was the catalyst for their first try when he pounced on a loose ball. The ball went out to speedster Wayne Parker. Too much gas and a great fend got the winger over the line. Soon after, it was Tristan Eve who darted over the line with Boys High 22-3 up at the break. DHS came back into the game and showed that they too could play an expansive running game. This try from MJ Duplessis, a prime example of the Durban lads' skills. But that was the last cheer for DHS as Boys High ran in 2 more tries through flanker Rhiannon Base Duplessis and Gideon van der Berg to round out a deserved 39-8 win.
The Kings of Running Rugby Bishops took on the Glenwood Green Machine in bright sunshine on the Phillip field. 13 points from the boot of Mornay Jabert and tries from Kenny van Niekerk and Percy Mgadi gave Glenwood a healthy 23-6 lead. Bishops kept fighting back, and after working the ball through nearly 20 phases, lock Matt Jordan crossed in the left corner for a late consolation try. Bishops 11, Glenwood 23.
Next up, Michael House met Queens in a thrilling encounter which saw both teams play an enterprising brand of rugby. The early season rustiness showed on both sides, with several try-scoring opportunities squandered with the lack of finishing skills evident. However, it was the men from Balgowan who walked away the victors in the end with an 18-3 win, courtesy of a brace of tries from winger Jason Schwechman.
2 of the country's big traditional boys' schools, Selbourne and Kes, tussled it out in an all-action affair. Selbourne grabbed an early 10-0 lead, courtesy of 2 tries from winger Liam McLaughlin, before the East Londoners pulled off the try of the tournament to virtually put the match beyond doubt before half-time. Sick handling and great offloading through the tackle allowed Selbourne to run a magnificent try deep inside their own half. Centre David Britz claiming the spoils with an easy run in under the posts. The second half didn't quite have the same flair as the first, and despite an early try from Kes, they could not overcome the deficit. Selbourne walking away with a 20-11 win.
Just chatting to the school yesterday in assembly, you could sense the vibe and the gees amongst the guys.
The hosts took on both as heels Kurzney College in the main game of day 1, and the Grey pre-game war cry signalled the start of an epic encounter.
Tristan Tedder turned the game on its head in the 6th minute with a superb individual try, which caught the Grey defence napping. The hosts responded with a quick-thinking penalty tap move, which set Dylan Vermaak away down to the left. Some hot stepping from the winger and the scores were level. Junior Pokomela crashed over on the stroke of half-time to give Grey a 10-point lead at the break. 2 second-half penalties from Kerwin Bosch sealed the deal for Grey, who left the local crowd with smiles on their faces, with a 23-7 victory to boast about.
In other results from day one, Jeppe managed to edge out Daniel Pienaar by the narrowest of margins. Kingswood put up a stern fight against a strong Louis Botha outfit, and Dale was simply too strong for the Namibians.
Day 2 saw another entertaining day of matches being played at the festival. Selbourne and Grey registered big wins, whilst Kurzney and Kes were forced to work hard for their victories. The biggest upset for the day was Graham College's remarkable win over Michael House, a memorable win for the small Grahamstown school. There were also more wins for Westville, Dale and Glenwood.
The final day saw just 7 matches played. Michael House bounced back from their day 2 upset to almost stun an injury-struck Grey. Sax claimed their first win at the fest, while Hudson Park competed well against a much bigger school in Pretoria Boys High.